Yeah, I pressed record, by the way. We're recording.
We're live.
Oh, we're live?
What's up, boys?
What's up? Hello.
Man, the hottest couple in swimming. How's that? How's that feel?
Going live.
We are live. It's already on.
How does it feel?
How does it feel to be the hottest couple? No, the hottest couple in swimming.
I'll let you answer this one, Cole.
For me, it's a title that I've been striving for quite some time, obviously in and out of the pool. But to finally have a life partner and, the hottest couple, like I said, I'm sure will be in the Herald Sun very, very shortly. So keep your eye out for that.
Now, I'll tell you this, though. Seriously, in all seriousness, though, like the question answer, mate, how'd you guys come up with this? This was all time. This is fantastic.
I don't want to take too much credit for it, but I feel like I used to do a few Q&As, just the video style. I would hold it up to my face and I would answer it without typing. And, now that me and Kyle are spending a lot of time together, he got right on board with it all. And, it's obviously been a hit. I think we've hit about 10 million views at the moment. So, yeah, it's all going really well, and I just hope the fame doesn't get to our heads.
Yeah, I can see in a couple of videos it's getting a little out of control, but Kyle seems to be the ringmaster. He seems to pull it in pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's my Instagram, so I have had messages at times from different people telling me to rein it in a little bit. Obviously, sometimes we do get a little carried away, and as the old saying goes, boys will be boys, and there's nothing different there with our Instagram segments. But for us, I think it's just about having a bit of fun. To be honest, we film it, we have a laugh, we think it's hilarious, we think we're the funniest guys in the world.
We are.
A lot of people probably think we're weird, but if that's what people want to think of us, then that's completely fine. But like I said, we have fun, we have a laugh. Some people have a laugh of it at it, and that's all that matters to us. No,
listen, it's all tongue in cheek. It's all good fun. Well, then, just give us a serious update. What's going on with you two? Where are you in the program? About a week out now, are we?
Yeah, a little over a week, I think. Start on the 18th, so 10 days out. I'm tracking quite well. I think after my European stint, I've had a lot of experience under my belt now, so I feel very confident in the water and what I'm able to do. So, yeah, I'm just taking every day as it comes. Obviously, in a new environment here in Adelaide, there's always going to be questions on how that affects, my body and what I've been used to in the past. So, I'm just excited to see, what I've learned this year and a little over last year as well. So, taper's coming down well, body's feeling good, and we're ready to rock.
Good stuff, mate. Kyle, what about you, mate? How you feeling?
Well, for me, it's been a very different, interrupted preparation on a serious note. Obviously, had the shoulder surgery back end of last year, so December. Got back in the pool in preparation for the World Championships in April, so kind of rushed that back. Shoulders were feeling very, very poor, and decided to then have 6 weeks completely out of the pool, completely away from swimming, physio, massage, just head home to the country. And it was exactly what I needed. I come back really, really refreshed, really ready to go, motivated again. Body feels good. Shoulders feel really good. Best they've felt in a really long time, which is exciting for me. Obviously, haven't given myself a whole lot of time for trials, so I'm not expecting anything amazing, but I need that opportunity to race long course. If I don't, I wouldn't have raced long course from the Olympics through to Commonwealth Games. Obviously, I'm pre-selected in the 100 free, which is nice, but to hopefully score a butterfly event would be nice. Give me another, I guess, event to do at Commonwealth Games, but a different stimulant for my mind for the time being. Come January 1st next year, I'll be locked in on the Olympics, but at the moment, I just need those stimulants, like I said, to push me and progress my swimming career.
Good stuff, boys. Well, we got questions. I put questions out there on Instagram. I asked people to hit us up with some stuff. So I want to roll through and give people a little bit of credit here for some of the questions they've come through with. But just quickly, on a serious note, each of you, do this for me. Tell me one thing that you admire about the other one, or a strength, or something we don't know, something we don't see, maybe in training, just something positive about the other that you want everyone to know.
I'll answer first.
Mm-hmm.
Zac for me in training, he is unbelievable underwater fly kick. His aerobic stuff and his kick that he does. Obviously, you guys know how good his kick is, but for me to sit back and
sorry, carry on. Sorry.
For me to sit back and see some of the things that he achieves and does in training, I think honestly he's the most talented swimmer on the Australian swimming team. If he can get everything right in and out of the pool, there's going to be some people in trouble, which I think I'm going to be one of those included. So I'd say his biggest strength's kick and something that I love watching.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate that. For me, Kyle, he's just a relentless athlete. And obviously everything he's done for me outside of the swimming pool in life, and as a brother and as a friend, I'll always be grateful for. That's just without saying. But you know, in the pool, I feel like he's probably the most competitive person I've ever come across, and the way he prepares and the way he gets himself motivated is like anything else, nothing else I've ever seen before. So I'm just trying to learn from him, and I'm trying to learn how he goes about his life and as an athlete as well. So yeah, I can't really say too much without thinking that we're a couple, but yeah, I really feel like he's just an amazing athlete and an amazing person. So yeah,
I really think we're like a yin and yang. Like we really complement each other in so many ways. Like probably me outside of the pool, I've become a whole lot more comfortable in myself, a whole lot more comfortable having a bit of fun on Instagram or in my life in general, probably not being the serious athlete 24/7 like I thought I probably once had to be. I'm able to, Zach's probably made me realize, oh, you can have a bit of fun, you can take the piss out of yourself, which I've really enjoyed a lot. And then I think in the pool, hopefully I'm able to give some wisdom and advice to Zach that's going to better him in that way as well. And I think us working together over this next little period, I think we can really deliver something very scary in Paris. And obviously we're
good stuff, boys. Good stuff. Look, honestly, I see a lot of similarities in myself and Michael Clem. I had a very similar relationship back in kind of 04, 05, 06 with Clemmy. You know, we got to train together at Vic Centre in Melbourne, and mate, we hung out together. We did everything together. I ended up being one of the best men in his wedding. So, you know, it's a lifelong relationship you guys are forming. Super stoked for you guys. I can tell it's authentic and it's genuine. And at some point, you're going to have to stand up on the blocks and compete against each other. But I think the best advice I can give you is just, you know, keep focused on yourself, and the best man will win on the day. It'll work itself out. But we do have some questions here, so we're going to get into them. So first one comes from James Roberts. It's for Zach. Zach, he said, what's your favorite breakfast?
What he's referring to here is we did the relay camp a couple of years ago, and I like those, you know, those little red wiener dogs.
Cheerios, Frankfurts,
boys.
I don't know what you call them.
Obviously, I was a pretty fresh face on the freestyle relay team just coming through, and I just thought it'd be a great idea just have a plate of those before training. And he was rooming with me, for brekkie, and you know, he thought it was the greatest thing ever. So shout out to Rocket, miss you, mate, love you. But yeah. The little red wiener dogs, whatever you call them. That's my number one breakfast item. Yeah.
Oh, classic! I love it. I bet he paid the price for those in the room back later. This one's from Jack Hendy. He said, "Did either of you ever consider the NCAA?"
No, I think, well, for me personally, I signed my first endorsement deal when I was 12 years old. So I think that kind of cancelled it out for me with Engine. So unfortunately not. And it's an interesting concept, the old short course yards.
Yeah, I was going 102 at 17 for 100-meter backstroke. So I don't think I had a lot of people wanting to invite me over to the States, unfortunately. So no.
All right, fair enough. This one's from Wade's photos. You guys know Wade.
Wade.
Yeah, Wade. Wade wants to know, why is only one of you good looking?
I think he's referring to myself. I think it just brings how authentic Kyle can be in his own body. Yeah, and I think that just goes to show who he is as a person. And you know, I definitely wouldn't have the confidence that he does, looking the way he does. So I think it's just a really, yeah, I think I try not to rub it in too much, but yeah, I think he takes it in his stride. And for me personally, being the good-looking one in the group, I just try and keep grounded. I keep really humble, and yeah, I try and keep my circle quite tight and close. And yeah, I try not to give the people too much. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Well, in saying that, a lot of questions about why you guys don't have a YouTube channel. Why is that?
I think YouTube's done these days, right? I think YouTube's a thing of the past, right? I tried to do that with mates and plates that didn't have much success, so we're happy just logging it off on the Instagram channels for everyone to enjoy. And it's commercial free, so enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, YouTube's a funny one. I know you dabble in it a little bit, Brett, but yeah, I mean, you really got to push it, don't you? And
you do, yeah.
Yeah, it's
you got to stay on it.
A little reward at the start, but then you know, once you catch on, I think you're cruising after that. But I have wanted to be one in the past during high school, but I've sadly let go of those dreams. But who knows? You know, I could maybe persuade the big fella to start a channel. But yeah, but we'll see how we go.
Shorts and reels, mate. That's the new thing. It's all about shorts and reels.
Yeah,
TikTok, shorts and reels. Yeah, crazy stuff. All right, serious question from Tom Popoff. When's Chalmers going to swim a 50 free long course tapered?
Serious answer. I've done that multiple times and I'm just horrendous. Unfortunately, I'd like to say I'm a really good 50 freestyle and can probably pull out a 21. I just don't believe I can. In training, we kind of do 25 dives in our warm-up quite regularly. We'll do one at 100 pace, one at 1 sprint, and I'll pick my rate up potentially 10 to 12, and I'll either go slower or the same time as I went for 100 pace. So like I spoke with Hawke on this podcast at one stage, I said when I was away at World Cups in Doha, I think I was 21-1 and I tried to hold my breath and not breathe all that often. The week after I spoke to my coach, he said, breathe every stroke. I went 20.6 breathing. So for me, I'm a natural 100-meter swimmer probably that holds a bit more water, and sprinting isn't quite my forte just yet. But I think I can pull out a good 50-meter butterfly, which I'm going to do at trials. But the 50 free might be a later thing in my career.
Mate, we just saw Kalishnikov do that. I don't know if you saw the footage of him going like 21.6, I think, breathing every stroke. Did you guys see that?
Nah, we to be honest, we're not real big swimming fans. If we'd never know. We don't keep up to date with the news. We don't watch it. But good luck good job to the big boy.
At least he's showing us how to do it. I don't know. You didn't have to see it, but he's at least showing us you can breathe every stroke and still go 21.6. So
he's breathing left and right. Is that correct, or breathing twos?
Oh, breathing twos. Yeah, breathing twos. Yeah. He's not doing the double. He's not spinning his head like The Exorcist.
Yeah, real busy. It's probably impressive if you could do
it. Same guy. Tom Popoff wants to know: Are you shooting for the world record in the 100 free, Kyle?
Why else would I be swimming and putting myself through what I do day in, day out? Everyone needs to have a goal. Everyone needs to have something to work towards. Been pretty close multiple times now, both with pretty poor run-ins. So if I can have a clean run at it in Paris, injury-free, I think I'll be a pretty good shot. But it is something that's definitely in the back of my mind, and a way that I'd be happy to go out with my swimming career, wave the hand with a world record.
Yeah, that's a good point. You guys know who coached the world record, don't you?
Yeah, I do actually. Funnily enough, he's on this podcast.
Oh,
Brett Hawke.
Yeah, we're not swimming fans, remember?
So, go out fast, come home fast. You'll get it. Easy as.
Yeah,
what's your favorite suits? Apparently, there's a question here. What's your favorite suits? Both of you. What are you racing?
I'm a big fan of MJ Bale.
Yeah, Dolce Bone, I was about to say. No, what I'm wearing right now, I'm wearing the Arena Power Skin Carbon Glides. So they're not too tight, and they feel really good in the areas where they need to feel good.
And I'm rocking the same things. Obviously, my idol Zac rocks them. They come in a nice blue and red color, which is good for me. obviously been wearing Adidas the last 5 years, which I've compared to wearing Dunlop volleys, which I don't know if you know in the past.
Vasa has been the go-to training tool outside of the pool for over 30 years. Vasa's products are ideal for developing power and proper technique in your swimmer's catch. Add a few Vasa trainers to your pool deck, and it's like adding an extra lane to your swimming pool. Go to vasatrainer.com, use code BREAD at checkout, and get 10% off anything from Vasa. Destro Swim Towers. Gain strength in the water with a tower of power. Save $150 per double swim tower by using code BRETT, B-R-E-T-T, at checkout. DestroMachines.com.
All right, so for me, obviously been rocking the Adidas suit for, I think, 6 years, which was quite good for me. But got to the World Cup Series. Arena managed to give me the racing suit that Zac just described. You want to say that name again?
Come
on.
Arena Carbon Power Skin Glide.
So they gave me those in Budapest, and I'd been 45.5, 45.6 in the 100 free short course 10 to 12 times. Put the Arena suit on, went 45.0. Put it on the week after, went 44.8, and I changed absolutely nothing. Obviously on the World Cup tour, on the series, racing every week, so probably was a bit more fatigued. But for me, that was enough to know that Arena's the brand I want to be wearing moving forward, and 0.7's a massive amount in a 100 freestyle short course, obviously. So
nice.
actually, if I wore them at the Olympics, that might have been the 0.06 that I needed. Get the laser. Then there would be no Hawke wouldn't be a world record coach anymore.
That's right. It'd be over. I keep prodding him because I want him to take it. Let's get this damn thing. Do you need to shave the stache to break the world record?
Yeah, I think come Paris I will shave it. Obviously, I've got 3 years of growth until then, so it might be a little bit dirty. But I think come Paris I will take it off. But to be honest, I do think that it keeps the water out of your mouth a little bit, so it acts as a bit of a filter. So sometimes it's not the worst thing when you're in training.
Do you need to keep the stache? Do you need to shave the stache to beat the fastest 16-year-olds in the world?
No. I definitely do. Obviously, we're very fortunate to have Big Flinny Boy coming through, so I'm real well at trials. Excited to have him on the relay team with us moving forward, challenging obviously Zac for that second spot in the 100 freestyle, and we're excited.
All right, another question. I don't know what it means, but it was asked by somebody. They said Dressel, Proud, or Manaudou. What do you think that means?
Dressel. Who do you prefer, Dressel, Ben Proud, or Manaudou? Which I know Zac will answer this question really well, because there's a guy that he fantasizes and talks about very, very regularly. And to be honest, I also fantasize over one of those guys as well. So Zac?
Well, I've said in the past that if I would choose any lifestyle of an athlete, it would be Ben Proud. I just think that guy's an Adonis, and to be able to train purely for a 50-meter freestyle, it would be a really good life to live. So I wish him nothing but success. And Benny Boy, if you're watching, hi.
Oh yeah,
maybe you can get a signature off him next time you see him.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I'd really like that. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll get you a photo with him.
Yeah, and for me, multiple times we've mentioned Kylie Mass being our celebrity crush on our Instagram, which is true to an extent. But for me, Florent Manaudou is actually my man, the guy that I fell in love with the moment I came into the sport. 2015, my first experience at the senior world championships. Flo won multiple gold medals. He is probably the most handsome rooster rolling around on pool deck. Obviously, got some muscle tone about him. Nice tattoos, good hair, good jawline. Speaks pretty good English. He's just he's the king. So for me, I choose Florent.
And he's locked down probably the most attractive swimmer ever in what's her name?
Pernille.
Yeah, Pernille. Yeah.
So he's done well for himself in and out of the pool.
And can I just say, the fact that he's made top 3 in the last 3 Olympics for the fastest event ever, I think is a testimony in itself. And I think it should go down as like one of the greatest athletes swimming has ever seen, personally. And so, yeah.
Well, I
And
think
he's very-
you actually got that stat wrong because he's won and then he's finished second twice. So he's finished
well, I
top
said
2.
top 3. I said top 3 in the last 3. That's what
No,
I
you're
said.
wrong, Zach.
You're wrong. He finished top 2.
And he's a very humble guy. He has time for the little people like myself. Obviously, this year at the Olympics, I had a few racing caps that I was keen to trade. My biggest goal was to get Florence. Wasn't able to secure one of his that he wore in a race, but managed to get one that he'd had packaged up, which was really, really kind of him.
Yeah, and I've never spoken to him.
Interesting backdrop. Are you guys in the closet right now? What's happening?
We're in the office actually. Kyle's office. Yeah.
What's the stuff behind you? Isn't this stuff hanging
My
on?
my mum's wardrobe. She's decided needs to be extended into our office. So every time I do a Zoom meeting, podcast, important anything, my mum's wardrobe gets a bit of view time, which is good.
Okay, that's what the dresses are. I wasn't exactly sure what was happening with the dresses back there. Oh, classic. Question, Kyle, why are you doing butterfly?
Another easy answer for me. I grew up a butterflyer. My first, Commonwealth Games 2014, the trials, I got second in the 50 butterfly. If they took individual swimmers for the 50s, I would have made that team, which would have been nice. So yeah, grew up a butterfly, transitioned into freestyle. Now though, wanting to go back to butterfly, my shoulders are feeling quite good. 2019 was able to swim quite well in the butterfly events with very minimal training. So I look forward to challenging myself now. And also the other thing is, obviously it fits my program a whole lot better in Paris. Like I think the 200 freestyle is quite hard because it becomes before the 100 freestyle, whereas the 100 butterflies done after the 100 freestyle. So I think I can pull out a reasonable enough 100 butterfly. I've got to work on my skills a little bit over this next little period, but I just need new stimulants in the pool, and butterfly for me is one of those. So I'm excited to see where I can take it. I love butterfly. I love watching it. I love training it. It's good when I'm having a bad day freestyle. I'm able to switch over and swim some butterfly. But and obviously Matt Temple training with us, who's the Australian record holder in the 100 butterfly, gives me someone to challenge myself and race against day in, day out. So I think, again, obviously me and Zach working together is a scary prospect moving forward, but me and Matt working together is an even scarier prospect. So don't know how quick I'll be able to go with 6 weeks of training under my belt at trials, but if I can somehow put my hand on the wall in the top 3 there to get a gig at it at Commonwealth Games, I know Com Games I'll be able to deliver something.
Are you both intending to go to the World Championships?
I am, yes.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not? How come? What was the decision there?
Well, 6 weeks ago, I wasn't even planning on swimming at all this year. So took some time off, like I said, went up to Noosa with the great man Ashley Delaney as a bit of a holiday, and decided to jump in the pool with his swimmers, and decided that I didn't want to miss Commonwealth Games because who knows, it could potentially be my last one. Obviously, they're every 4 years. So wanted to be a part of the team, started swimming quite well again. Shoulders started to feel quite good again. So thought I'll have a crack at Com Games just so I don't miss it. But World Champs, I'll sit out this year and have a bit more of a relaxed year. Haven't given myself enough preparation to perform at the best, and I am a competitive beast. I don't want to stand up behind the blocks underdone, not believing I can win every time I stand behind the blocks. I need to believe I can win. Otherwise, there's no point in me racing. So long story short, I will not be at the World Championships.
All right, fair enough. That's fair enough. What about this? Who has the highest blood lactate? Who's got there the most?
We do very little lactate testing at training, to be honest. We wouldn't have done one to get a session where we've done lactate testing together, but I'm very fortunate. I don't get much lactate. My aerobic system's quite good and struggle to produce lactic acid. Obviously, we do the yarns test quite regularly to test that sort of stuff out. And I know that if I haven't done a big block of training, unfortunately, I have to train like a 200, 400 freestyler to be able to maintain what I need, maintain my anaerobic aerobic system. So I don't lactate all that much. Zach would probably be pretty similar. We swim pretty similar, train pretty similar.
Yeah, highest I've got to is probably 21.
Oh, that's higher than me. I think
that's high. Yeah.
I think I've only ever got to about 13 or 11. That's my best ever.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah, well,
God, that's nothing.
When I used to train backstroke a bit more, I get a bit higher.
Wow.
I struggle to get quite high in freestyle, but yeah, I think I've been around 20, 21.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I woke up at 17, so 13 is crazy. I don't know. What's the yarns test? What is this?
I'm not a specialist in it, but
I believe.
it's a test we do quite regularly just to test where we're at. So we'll do a 400 push, and you have to go about. We have to get between lactate 3 and lactate 5. So depending how fit you are and going. So you do a 400, then you swim off, then you do a 200, swim off, 150, swim off, 100 push, swim off, and then you do 100 dive max at the end of it. They track all our lactate system, track our times, whatever else, and kind of collate it all to work out what we should be hitting when we're in training to get our desired results. So it works out our lactate 1.5 system, our lactate 2, lactate 3, what we need to do to perform day in, day out. So it is a very, very important test that we do quite regularly at different points in the season, just to obviously gauge that sort of stuff.
I believe it was Peter Beine and Iggy Beine's coach that came up with it.
Yako.
Yako. Oh, okay.
I beg to differ.
No, it wasn't.
It is a Dutch guy, I believe, that all the data gets sent over there. He sends the results back and controls how we train.
Oh, so it was a Dutch guy. So you just immediately thought it was Yako.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
He's the only Dutch guy Zac knows.
Sorry, I was so confident with that fact too.
Just own it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Shout out Yako.
Speaking of great coaches, I've had a lot of great coaches on the podcast. Why is it that your coach is so elusive? Why won't he come on the podcast and talk?
He doesn't want to give away his tips and tricks, unfortunately. Once my career is done, I think Bish will be happy to share some information. But while I'm still swimming, we like to train in silence and let our results do the talking. So Bish will probably continue to be that way, unfortunately. He's an elusive guy. He likes to be in the background. He doesn't like having his face out there all that often, unfortunately. He's I guess, like I said, likes to let our results do the talking.
Well, then you give us a little bit of Bish then. Give us some insights then. We need to know something about him.
Well, for me, Bish is my biggest inspiration in my life. Almost, he's a father figure. He's a best friend. He's a coach. He's a mentor. He's everything to me. So I've been with Bish since 2011. He's probably one of the people in my life that I have the best relationship with. He keeps me in line. He's a big fan of our Instagram segments. He's probably the first ones to respond each time, saying whether it's appropriate or inappropriate. But he's a lot of fun. He's high energy. Comes in every morning, very positive. Gets us up and about, and for me, it's a pleasure to swim for him. I think obviously I get to stand on the podiums when we're successful or whatnot. I get the sponsorship deals and whatnot, but Bish is the one. He's the mastermind behind it all, and he's the person that gets us there. So for me, seeing Zac come down to work with Bish, I think is extremely exciting, because I know that Bish is so passionate about swimming, and I know that he's going to be able to do amazing things with these guys that are coming down. Obviously, it might not be a massive change this year. He hasn't had a whole lot of time, but I know by Paris we're going to have 4 or 5 of the most incredible athletes the Australian swim team's ever seen. Do you want to say anything about him? You're new to him.
I think the biggest difference, he's for me, he seems a very caring person, and I think some coaches like to not really tell the athlete, like give them confidence in a way. And I think that's just how some coaches are, that they just don't really like to let the athletes know like their full potential, or they just want to see how they go in the pool and then maybe tell them after a result or whatever. But I think what I'm seeing with Bish is he's given me a lot of confidence and a lot of self-belief that I didn't necessarily know, some of the things that I can do. And I think he's been really good for me to kind of see that now. And I'm looking forward to working with him in the years to come as well. So yeah, as I said, relatively new, but that's some of the bigger differences I'm seeing.
Zac, a lot of guys would shy away from coming to train with the Olympic champion, the best in the world. Why is it that you made this decision to want to come down and be put in that position?
Well, I think I am a very competitive person myself, and I think when I first came to Perth under Mick Palfrey, when I decided to make the move purely for swimming from my hometown, I was with guys like Eamon Sullivan, Garth Cates, Yolan Kukla when I was just like a ripe 18-year-old. And all I did from there was just learn from them. They gave me crap, whatever it was. And it's kind of I always reflect on those times and how I've gotten better since then. And I think when I was in my old squad, I was kind of growing out of that environment a little bit. And it's not anything bad on their side. It's just something that I feel like I had to find new ways to push myself. And I think with the staff members that are here, we have Sean Barris, we have Tim, we have Luke, and we have Peter and Craig, those coaching staff. And I think technically and skill-wise, the bigger things that I really wanted to work on. And with Sean and Tim, those guys have been very instrumental in those areas for me. And I think obviously when you have 3 of the 4 guys in the 4x1 for the Australian freestyle team, it's a no-brainer really. So mainly just to push myself and to get better in areas that I really wanted to over the last couple of seasons for sure.
Good stuff, mate. A lot to learn there. Kyle, question here from
me actually as well, because I've never really had a training partner or training partners that are near my level. It's always been me pushing myself, me doing my sessions by myself. Like that whole Olympic prep last year, it was me doing my own sessions, having no one to go against. Everyone kind of next to me doing their own stuff. But for me, it is scary in a way having someone who potentially not potentially at the moment beats me day in, day out at training when I'm such a competitive person. I'm used to winning every single thing. But I know for me, it's going to make me a hell of a lot better athlete, being able to, push myself a whole lot harder day in, day out than I need to. Like the other day, we do 3-1s in our warm-up descend together. Normally I'd probably descend to, 58, depending on the day. If I'm not feeling that good, might be lucky to get under 1 minute just as a warm-up. But having, Matt on one side of me, Zac on the other side of me, who are both competitive beasts as well, we bloody have a fair crack and end up sprinting it. So it ends up almost being 100 max in the warm-up. So having that sort of stuff moving forward, I know that for me, I'm going to become a hell of a lot better athlete having training partners who are at my level for the first time in my career.
Good stuff, mate. Well, that's kind of a scary thought for both of you to think that you put yourself in a position where you can both get better, and you are, and you're training at that level. That's scary for everybody else, I'd say. Kyle, question then. So if you could swim your dream 100 freestyle, how would you split it?
That's a big question, isn't it? It's a question that I think about very, very regularly. It's something that's been my goal for a while. Haven't been able to do it just yet, but 22.5 is the front end, feet on wall, and then you have to work out the back end. I think I'll let the viewers and the fans work out that back end. But if I can get out fast, be out faster than I've ever been, I know my back end will take care of itself. But it's all about the front end speed for me. It's all about that dive. Dressel beats me by quite a dramatic amount on that first 15, and then I play catch up from there. So 22.5, and then obviously back end.
Is 23 a reality on the back end? No one's done that, have they?
No one has done that, funnily enough. But I think it is a huge reality, really, when you go. I've been 24.1 or 24.2 on back ends, I think, regularly. I think if I was able to go out in 25 seconds, I'd be able to drop a 23 straight up on the back end. But it's something that definitely excites me and motivates me moving forward. And I know that if I'm in the right place mentally, I'm able to achieve anything. I'm a person that likes to put my head to it and believe it's possible, and I'll do it. So Paris, I will be ready for that.
Nice. I like it. Zac, what's the event that you're aiming at? What's the one that you got in your head that you want to hit?
200 free, I think.
200 free. Okay.
Yeah, suits me better with my swimming style.
What's your best time right now?
146.1. I went at trials. Yeah.
Okay. So clearly thinking about the 45, but is 44 reality? That's kind of where the money's at.
Yeah, I think when it's all said and done, I want to be a 43, to be honest. So, laid the foundation out with Bish a couple of times now. So we've got the game plan. It's just about executing.
there's not many guys at that level, anywhere, but in Australia. So like, you're going to have to kind of set your own pace in terms of, let's just say, 44 right now, or even 45 flat. How would you want to split this thing in the next few weeks?
Well, I think maybe a 50-point high, 51 low going out. And then, yeah, as Kyle said, the back end will work itself out. But I think for me, I've never had more fun learning about an event and swimming an event. I've only really been swimming it competitively now. It's probably a year coming into trials now. So, yeah, I'm still learning. There's so much to learn, especially when you can have guys doing the 400 free coming down and then doing the 100 free coming up. So it's kind of that middle event. And yeah, I'm training my ass off to try and nail it and get everything I can out of what I can do.
But you're very raw at the moment. So by the time Paris rolls around, it's going to be a scary prospect. But at the moment, it's learning the race plan and preparing for the big one, really. Step
by step, race by race.
That's it, mate. Just keep knocking them out. In terms of learning, you lost by a fraction of a second, Kyle, this 100 free last year at the Olympics. What did you learn from that?
If I put the arena racing suit on, then I probably would have been a whole different thing. I think, I reflect on it very fondly. Obviously, I'd only given myself pretty much right up until March, I wasn't able to swim with my shoulder. I rocked up at that relay camp we had on the Gold Coast. On that Amazon Prime documentary you would have watched, I wasn't able to swim. I had cortisones in both my shoulders. I'd done nothing. So pretty much as soon as I had those cortisones in both my shoulder, my preparation started from March through to July. So I had nothing under my belt. And to stand up and go on personal best time and get a silver medal, I do reflect on it very fondly, but I reflect on it massively as how much my life would be different if I was to have won that event. Like, obviously no Australians ever gone back to back. There's only 2 guys in the history of the sport that have gone back to back in the 100-meter freestyle. So if I was to have done that, it would have been a very, very amazing feat. But to be honest, I needed to lose because if I was to rock up there with, like I said, 4 to 5 months of training under my belt, break a world record, and get that Olympic gold medal again, my swimming career would have been done. Like, how do you remotivate yourself? How do you push yourself through that next 4-year window? Luckily for us, this time it's only a 3-year window, but how do you reset when you've done it with very, very poor preparation? And it's not preparation just over that 6 months. It's that preparation that I had over that whole 5-year period with heart surgeries, back problems, shoulder surgeries, cortisones, epidurals in my back, ankle problems, knee problems, stuff outside of the pool that goes on that no one ever sees or knows about. There's stuff that, I had to face over that 5-year period that was terrible. And I'm so fortunate that it's all out of the way now that really I feel like I've faced everything to an extent that I know exactly what to expect leading into Paris. And I'm a more resilient, stronger, thicker skinned athlete that is completely focused on myself and my own performance rather than anyone else. And I am not going to let anyone or anything get in the way of that.
We individualize training in the pool, so why not individualize your nutrition? Erica Beine of Beine Wellness Building will help you and your swimmers get exactly what each athlete needs through genetic testing and personalized nutrition plans. So stop guessing what you should and shouldn't be putting into your body. Athletes within a few weeks have noticed they're recovering faster because they're fueling their body with what they need and staying away from what their body hates. Erica understands swimming. She gets it. She's worked with over 20 Olympians, including the fastest man in the world, Caleb Dressel. Group discounts are available, so go to Beine Wellness Building and get in touch with Erica today. That's Beine, B-E-I-N-E, wellnessbuilding.net.
If you look at the week that he had before that race, he had 2 relays, no, four swims in the relays that he, in the 4x1, basically carried us to that bronze medal, which was unbelievable spitting from the big fella. And then he had the 4x2 the morning before the final. So I think, it's a testimony to him on what he's been through. And I think if anyone else had the program he had before going into that, after the preparation that he had, they would have had a very different result. So, and again, similar to Manaudou, to be there 5 years apart in the blue ribbon event that everyone wants to do and still be competing at that high level, no matter what lane he's in, is just amazing. So, yeah, watch out for Paris.
I thought Zac this just loved it.
Dressel's had a stroke change recently. I did a little bit of analysis on it. Have you guys had a chance to have a look at this new freestyle that he's popping?
Yeah, let me just pull up my notes here that I've got in front of me. Nah, I don't buy into what other people are doing, how they're swimming, what times they're doing, what they're doing in training, whatever else. Obviously, everyone does different things. Everyone prepares differently. But I did notice Bish did send me that he's kind of gone for the straight arm, which I think historically he's almost done the one straight arm, one bent arm, right? So
yeah,
kind of nice to see it matching up for me. I like aesthetics, so it's aesthetically pleasing seeing it being very similar now. But he's a freak. He's a natural freak, and whatever he does, however he swims, he's going to be the fastest man in that race. So who knows? If my shoulders were good enough, maybe I'd have to pull out the straight arm, but I don't think that they would cope with that loading.
Okay, fair enough. You're not going to try the straight arm anytime.
Straight arm very, very well back in the day. So hopefully people are taking the leaf out of his book.
So what's the next week look like, Zac? What do you do? You know, what's your taper? What's your game plan for the rest cycle, man?
For me, it's actually a lot different than what it has been. I usually have maybe 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks of taper, but that was when I was kind of focusing more on the 200 freestyle. I mean, the 100 freestyle. This year, because I got back into the pool kind of January after my big stint in Europe. I'm kind of starting a little bit later than what I normally would, but no, I'm just trying to trust the process. And my main mantle this year is just if it'll be, it'll be. So yeah, doing everything the coach says. I'm not too fussed, and I know I can perform when I need to.
And you're saving it for the big competitions.
And I'm saving it for the big competitions.
That's when you'll get the big boy taper.
That's when I'll get the big boy taper.
And for me, I'm going to cage myself up like an animal over these next 2 weeks and do absolutely nothing. I think for me, like I said, haven't had that big preparation into trials, so I need to cut back on all the sponsorship commitments, speaking gigs and stuff that I've been doing. Cut the friends out for a little bit and lock myself away in the room so that by the time I rock out at trials for that 100 fly final on day one, I'm full of energy, testosterone, and that's what's going to be able to carry me over the line rather than my big, training that I've put into the bank. So it's going to be interesting, but it's going to be a lot of sitting around in each other's space over the next couple of weeks, and we could kill each other. We could come out even better friends. Who knows? It's scary.
Do you think there'll be another question and answer before you guys race?
There will be, definitely. We don't want to overdo the question and answers. We will do one of those, but we're trying to be creative and come up with different segments that we can do on our Instagram as well. So always, we're forever thinking about funny things. Probably not much thought goes into it, really. It's kind of spur of the moment. Zac, how about we, put something up on the gram? But there'll be something. The Q&A is always a bit of fun. Obviously, we get some pretty funny questions in there, and we try to have a little bit of laugh with it, not be too serious, maybe put a little bit of seriousness in there that is a bit cryptic, but I'm just enjoying having fun with the Instagram at the moment. I think, I want to be authentic. I want to be me. I want to be relatable to everyone. I want people to follow me because they enjoy what I'm putting out there. They want to follow me because of, they can relate to me and they see me as Kyle Chalmers, the human, not Kyle Chalmers, the, doing what everyone wants me to do, saying what people want me to say.
Yeah.
Ads. I think it's important to do.
Oh, fair enough, mate. Listen, I just put up this reel. That got 37 million views. Like, if you want views, you're KC Critters, mate. If you let a snake bite you and record it, it'll go 100 mil for sure.
Well, I could do that very quickly and easily. I think I could get the crocodile in here right now and let it bite Zac and see how that goes down. Yeah,
the crocodile you might not survive, but just get a snake to snap you on the face, mate. I'm telling you.
I get bitten every single day. That's the thing why I keep reptiles. I think I enjoy that adrenaline hit more than anything. Is every time I open up one of their enclosures, a snake or something lunges out at me. So I'll just get Zac to video that.
Zach, get a camera on that, mate. Get the camera and then do the slow-mo of the snake just lunging at him and he just missing him and just snapping at his face. Like, mate, that's where the money's at.
Have you been around snakes, Hawke?
Never. I hate snakes.
Yeah. It's not fun.
No, I hate
Zac
snakes.
can be brave enough to stand there with a camera, I think. So might have to get the chest mount out on my GoPro and have a crack with that.
I might have to make do.
No, I did actually. Growing up, I grew up in La Perouse. You guys probably don't know where that is, but it's in Sydney, La Perouse, right down near Botany Bay. And they had a snake pit. And every weekend, we call him the Snake Man. Every weekend, we'd go down and see the Snake Man, and he'd do an educational, kind of thing for the kids, where he'd take out all these venomous snakes and kind of walk around with his thing and kind of talk about each snake, because there's snakes all around in Sydney. And mate, I don't mess with snakes. I don't know how you do it, mate. Those things scare the life out of me.
Yeah, they do to me too, also, to be honest with you. But I think that's what I enjoy about it. But I do educational talks to Zac very regularly, and Zac tries to do educational talks back to me at times with the snakes, even though he knows nothing. So we do have.
That's the next question and answer right there. You guys get a snake out and do a little question and answer together. Fuck, that'll
I think there's a video floating around on how much I know about the snakes. I don't know if you can watch it, but
exactly. That's what he needs to pull it out, and he needs to give you the education. You guys record it. I'm telling you, that will be the biggest Instagram hit you'll do.
It'll take off.
I'm giving you guys ideas right now. Listen, guys, I appreciate it. This has been awesome catching up. Love it. Big fan of you too, obviously. I felt bad that Zac got robbed on the 50 kick for time. We'll figure out.
I'm over it now.
You're over it. Okay.
You are not over it, Zac. We do kick all the time, and Zac cries about that and complains about that. So whoever that guy is that beat Zac,
no, but he gave it away to charity.
That's okay. Okay, I was going to say
he did give it away.
at the bottom of this video and click it through.
Well, I appreciate this, guys. Listen, good luck. Huge fans, like I said, and keep up the good work, mate. We love it. All right.
No worries.
We're just having fun being us, mate, being comfortable in our own skins, and hopefully we can deliver some fast swims along the way.
Keep doing it, mate. We need more of it in swimming. Like I said, a lot of people love it. So especially me. Keep it up, mate. All right.
Beautiful. Thanks, guys.
Event, heat, lane, name of swimmer, times and places. It's called Swim Nerd Live, and it allows the data and times from your actual scoreboard to be broadcast and viewed in real time on any smart TV, phone, or other device. There are so many things you can do with this software. A very simple and easy to use necessity for any team or facility that is live streaming their meets results. One click on any device and they're watching your swim meet live in real time. Go to swimpractice.com to learn more.